What's up, Tech of Tomorrow fans? What's up, rockers? Tech of Tomorrow fans, what's going on, you guys? I'm Elric. Welcome back to the channel. And today we're doing a little rock and roll. We thought we'd share that with you, a little ditty I wrote back there. And today we're going to be bringing you guys the top 5 pros and the top 5 cons of owning a Hackintosh. Because obviously a lot of guys in the PC Master Race, they'll be like, Apple, they just want to like, you know, they want to pee on it. They're like, Apple. So, but there are a lot of people out there who still would say, hey, you know what though? I'd like to try it. Maybe you want to do some music stuff and use Logic. I got to tell you, I'm loving Logic. It's great to use. So maybe you're a guy out there who just wants to try it, but you don't got a whole lot of money, but you'd like to try it and you're a PC Master Race guy. Well, check it out. Now let's talk about the top 5 pros and cons of owning and building a Hackintosh. So first off, let's talk about the pros, which is obviously the positive side of things. Now, first of all, everybody knows that a Mac, Apple, they're very, very expensive. Now, for you guys out there who want to save money, obviously the #1 reason for a Hackintosh is going to be the price, because you can build a Hackintosh all the way from total low end to total high end. That's right. Any type of Hackintosh you want to build, if you want to go over to Tony Mac XXX and check out his stuff, Tony Mac X86, I think is what it is actually. This guy is like the whirlwind of information. He's like the holy grail of Hackintosh. So without him, I mean, I personally don't think I could have built any of the Hackintoshes that I've ever built. So I just want to send a warm welcome out and thank him very much for that. So the first thing is obviously price. I mean, if you want to build a super duper ultra double decker, you know, PC that's a Hackintosh, you can do that, but you can also save yourself a whole hell of a lot of cash by building yourself one. The second reason is, well, obviously, this thing is going to be built by you. So you can make it look any way that you want. You have a limited number of parts, but you can choose what parts you want to use, what case you want to use. If you want to use a space case, you want to build a Homer Simpson one, you can do whatever you want as far as that goes and still have your Hackintosh up and running, which is something you obviously cannot do over at Apple. No way, not at all. You get the little silver or the black trash can, and those are your options. Like them, love them. I like my iMac. It's simple, it's elegant, but you know, other people have other things they like. So next up, reason number 3, numero tres. That's right, this thing is a PC, and that said, you can make it a dual boot system. You can put an OS for a PC and an OS for a Mac, or an OS for Windows if you want to be more particular. You cannot do that at all with an Apple machine. You have to use their boot camp. Now, I don't know what you guys think. I think boot camp, I think mud, push-ups, people telling me that I'm an idiot, my mom sucks, what kind of children did live, you know, something insulting like that. And with the Hackintosh machine, you can make it a dual boot system. That's right. Now, reason number 4. You've always just been leery of Apple in general. Leery of Apple, you're just like, I don't really know about that. With a Hackintosh, check it out. If you don't like it as a Hackintosh, turn around, wipe it out, and it's your PC. Boom, you didn't waste any money whatsoever. Pretty good, right? And reason number 5, reason numero 5, is that a lot of people out there just plain and simply don't want anything to do with Apple. They really don't. They're leery of it altogether. They don't want anything to do with it whatsoever. And I know a lot of you PC Master Race guys out there, you know, you don't want to tell your friends you own an Apple. Hey, it's a PC, I'm just trying it out, you know. It's like some girl that everybody thought in school was strange, but you're like, damn, I want to tap that. So you're like, all right, I'll try myself a Hackintosh. Now let's talk about the cons, what I consider the flip side of the coin, the things that could be bad about owning one. Now, check it out. No matter what you want to say about Apple, you PC Master Race guys, I know you're going to be like, I hate those motherfrackers. But check it out, man. Apple does have killer customer service. They really do. In fact, a few years back, Jesus the cameraman here, he slammed my hand and broke my thumb with my iMac back here in between my truck. Broke the monitor, broke my hand, but hey, Apple gave us a new monitor. So obviously, you know, their support's pretty cool. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's like over here, over back behind my shoulder. That's the actual monitor in question that we're speaking of. So no customer support at all from Apple, which means no software support, no hardware support, no nothing, no exchanges. Those are good things about owning a true Apple machine. Con number 2, check it out. When you build a Hackintosh, you're kind of stuck with the parts, the OS that you got, because it's all been tested to work. So it like works within that function. But if you're trying to update things, go and do the Apple updates or any of that type of stuff, you're totally going to mess your system up. It's not going to work whatsoever. You're going to have to totally rely on Tony Mac x86 when Homeboy comes out with his update, and then you can go update. Now, for a lot of people, that might not matter. You're cool. You're like, hey, I'm just using Logic, or I'm just using this and doing that, and I don't need anything more. Jesus has a Hackintosh. He loves the thing. He uses it every damn day. So, like, you could use one too. But a con of it is, though, is that you cannot do any updates whatsoever at all unless it's totally been geared out by Tony x86, the man, the myth, the guy on the internet. Con number 3. When you're building a Hackintosh, and I guess I got to say this right off the bat, interject this. If you've never built a PC ever before, Hackintosh is a different breed altogether. And saying that, there is a limitation of parts. You can't just go take any parts, go out and buy any motherboard, come home and go, oh, hey, I'm building myself a Hackintosh because I said so. A friend of mine, John Chambers, the other day, he sent me a thing over the messenger and he's like, hey dude, I'm going to send you my motherboard and I want you to put, you know, all the Mac stuff on. I was like, dude, it just doesn't work that way. He didn't understand what I'm saying and made him go to Tony x86, just like I do. But you do have a severe limitation of parts. You can only use the parts that are going to work with that series and generation of the build. So that is also a limitation and a con of a Hackintosh. Con number 4. Now this one right here can be a bitch and a real killer to your system, and that is just strange foreign errors happening. Weird things just happening where it shuts down, or you get the spinning pinwheel, you know, which is kind of like the blue screen of death. In PC, you get a blue screen, and Mac, you get a spinning pinwheel. At least it's prettier. It's just like, but it's the same thing. Now, if that starts happening with your Hackintosh, you know that you are completely fucked, because you're going to have to rebuild the thing and find out what's going on. I've had a couple machines do this. I've been really lucky, I got to say. I follow Tony x86 stuff to the T. So when he says do this, use this part, I do it, and I usually have really good success with it. But that is another drawback of building a Hackintosh. And the 5th and final con of building a Hackintosh. Now the PC, you put whatever parts you want in, you throw in a disk, it pretty much does it. You click buttons, you install drivers, you click buttons. A lot of times you get lucky, everything works. Hackintosh, no baby, it ain't like that. You got to go in, there's all kinds of separate drivers to be doing on the Unix system. You got to install things, do things different with the boot. It's a much trickier process. In fact, if you've never built a PC, I would not suggest jumping right in and saying, hey, my first machine is going to be a Hackintosh. I mean, hey, I'm sure there are people out there smart enough to do it, but if you're not that kind of person, I would probably wait and build myself some PCs before I try building myself a Hackintosh. Now, folks, before I bounce out of here, people do send me emails pretty much every day saying, hey, when are you going to do another Hackintosh? Okay, so I will do another Hackintosh for you guys. But what I want you guys to do is leave comments down below. Do you guys want me to build an affordable Hackintosh, a kind of like over-the-top type of Hackintosh, or a totally budget Hackintosh? I'll look at the comments down below, and I'll also put a poll over on the website where you guys can vote, and whoever votes the most, that's the kind of system. I'll put a budget out there for it. You guys vote on the budget. We will get the parts from, and I will go choose once again from Tony Mac x86, all the parts that'll work, and we will bring the system to the table. Now, for some reason, if you didn't gather what I said, just this time there won't be any information down below. There's a like button down there, and I hope you're going to like this video. But if for some reason you didn't catch what I said, just rewatch the video. Just rewatch it. I'm Elric. Thanks for watching. We'll bring you guys a Hackintosh. Make sure you vote. We'll see you guys back here on Tech tomorrow.